How do we escape the Antichrist when he does show up? First thing that we've all got to do is not be deceived by him. You got to remember, when he comes to this earth supernatural, unlike anything we've ever seen in our entire life. Paul tells us in 2 Thessalonians 2, he's going to have all power, false signs, and lying wonders given to him by Satan. It doesn't go into all the details of what the all power, false signs, and lying wonders is going to be, though. The Bible does give us a little bit of a glimpse in Revelation 13. It tells us the false prophet's going to pull fire down from heaven in the sight of men so that they'll believe. The Apocalypse of Elijah goes into more detail on what the Antichrist will do. Apocalypse of Elijah says he will show great signs and wonders to the righteous. He will make the sun fall from heaven and it will be darkened. He will make the moon bloody and he will descend with the heavenly bodies. He will walk upon the waters and he will heal the deaf, mute, blind, and the lepers. And those who are sick in various ways. He will cast out demons. He will make the lame walk. He will cause the blind to see and the deaf to hear. He will make the dumb speak, and he will transform himself into a young child or an old man as often as he wishes. He will cause the heavens to rain fire, and he will make the earth shake. He will cause the mountains to move and the seas to dry up. He will command to the birds of the sky, and they will obey him. He will command to the fish of the sea, and they will come to him. He will do all these things to deceive the righteous, but he will not be able to raise the dead, for only the true Christ can give life. Therefore, do not believe his signs, for they are false. He is the son of perdition. So the first and foremost thing that we're going to have to do when he confirms this 7-year covenant between many, which is looking like it's going to happen very soon, is don't be deceived by this guy. He's telling us here he's going to show these signs and wonders to deceive the righteous. Now, you do not want to be a sinner when this Antichrist shows up. If he's showing these signs and wonders to deceive the righteous, can you imagine how easily sinners are going to be deceived by him? We need to be as close to God, as close to Jesus right now than we ever have been in our entire life before he comes. It's the first thing we need to do, because that first 3.5 years of the 7-year covenant, he's not mean, he's good. As you can see here, he's pretending to be a certain somebody. He's pretending to be the Messiah, and eventually he's going to stand in the temple of God 3.5 years in and proclaim he's God. And that's when Daniel 9:27 tells us we got a whole different set of problems. It says he will confirm, the Antichrist will confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, 7 years, but in the middle of the week he'll put an end to the sacrifices and offerings. The wing of abomination will come the one who makes desolate. In case you don't know what this means, midway through the 7 years, he's going to go to the temple in Israel. He's going to tell them to stop the sacrifice and offerings to God again, because he doesn't want them worshiping him no more. He's going to stand in the temple of God and proclaim that he is God and demand everyone worships him. And that's when Jesus tells them in Matthew 24:15 this: "Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation," what we just now read, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, Antichrist standing in the holy place, the temple of God, let the reader understand. Saying, when you see this Antichrist standing in the temple of God proclaiming that he is God, now it's time to let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Here's the thing though, here's where it gets a little bit more complicated. Revelation 13 tells us it was granted to him to make war with the saints and overcome them, and authority was given to him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. But it gets complicated now because we know he's become evil. We know he's persecuting the saints. But Jesus only tells those who are in Judea here to flee to the mountains. Originally thought, and still think to a degree, is that same concept will work for everyone except America, because I believe that he's going to form 3 continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, into one, and then he's going to make war on America, because I don't believe that America will take part in his Antichrist system, and that makes him mad, and he comes and invades us. He tries to force it on us that way. Still, yeah, even at that, even if we are invaded with a war, hiding is still a good idea. So I would say you can't go wrong hiding when it comes to this Antichrist. We need to try to get away from him. Mountains are a good idea, but if you can get anywhere remote and in the middle of nowhere, I think it would work. I can tell you, you definitely want to be out of all these major cities. But it's that last 3.5 year mark when he stands in the temple and proclaims that he's God. That's when we're going to be persecuted by him. But if you can't hide and you can't flee to the mountains and you just don't have the means to do it, remember what God told us. He didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And your reward is going to be great in heaven. I always talk about the doom and gloom part, but I never told y'all about the reward you get. And John said, "Then I saw the souls who had been beheaded for their witness to Jesus and for the word of God, who had not worshipped the beast or his image, and had not received his mark on their foreheads or on their hands, and they lived and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years. The rest of the dead did not live again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he who is a part of the first resurrection. Over such the second death has no power. They shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him for 1,000 years." This makes me almost not even want to go and hide. Like, I want to go get my head cut off, because this reward is great. You're going to be a priest of Christ and of God. You're going to get to reign with him for 1,000 years and avoid the second death. I mean, you don't get much better than that. If you are afraid and you want to hide, I think going to the mountains and doing that for the last 3.5 years is the way to go.